Good day to all. This is Ramya V, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, here to present you a short presentation on redundancy in RDBMS. Redundancy in RDBMS is nothing but duplicate or repeated data in that particular database. So, in some times it is done intentionally or accidentally. So it is done for the purpose of recovery or backing up of data for future use and for fast access of data when it is required, and in order to update the data easily and fastly. Redundant data cost which is extreme which costs extremely high and demands high storage capacity and requires an extra effort to keep all the files up to date. Now let us look into an example. This SQL table shows us the student details which have been entered. We can visually see that some data are repeated. This is the problem that we are considering right now, the problem of redundancy. Repeated set of data are being fed into this particular table. Now let us see what can be done in order to reduce this redundancy and what are all the issues that are upcoming because of this data redundancy. The basic problem that arises due to redundancy are the rise of anomalies. There are various anomalies that are listed here, like insertion anomaly, deletion anomaly, updating anomaly. Let us all just go in one by one. So what is insertion anomaly? Insertion anomaly arises when you're trying to insert some data into the database, but you're not able to insert it. Why? Because if we want to add some details of some particular students in the above table, which we have taken as example, then you must know the details of the table, details of the department. Otherwise, you will not be able to add that particular student's details independently. This will be one type of anomaly, that is insertion anomaly. Whereas the next will be deletion anomaly, which arises when you want to delete some data which is unrelevant or not related to that particular data table. So if you want to delete a student detail, you need to know the ID of that particular student which you want to delete it, or the department ID you need to know. This will be called as a deletion anomaly. The third will be the updating anomaly. Updating is nothing but replacing or adding some more content into that particular existing data in the database table. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of data redundancy in DBMS, that is RDBMS. The data redundancy provides data security. How the data redundancy will enhance the data security because of its because it will be difficult for the cyber attackers in order to attract the different data which are stored in different locations. So that is one advantage regarding data redundancy. And next, it provides data reliability, which improves the accuracy or the correct data, because organizations will never mostly the organizations will consider only for the most accurate or reliable data. And the next thing will be creating the backup. So backup is the most important need for us to because we store data in order to retrieve it on later when we want in the future. So that is the major advantage of data redundancy. We also have disadvantages regarding data redundancy, which is data corruption. Redundancy leads to high chances of data corruption. Next is wastage of storage, which is the most important disadvantage to be considered. Repetition of data, which considers like more number of data being inserted, which wastes our entire storage. And high cost. Large storage requires to store and maintain redundant data, which is very costly. So these are all the advantages and disadvantages of data redundancy in RDBMS. The next topic will be functional dependency in RDBMS. Functional dependency means one or two which are dependent, one which is dependent on the other. A functional dependency is a relationship between two attributes in a database table. which indicates the value of one attribute determines the value of another attribute in that particular or the same table. A fully functionally dependency is the more specific type of functional dependency that occurs when a set of attributes determines the value of every other attribute in the table. In order to understand the fully functional dependency, let us just take the employee table. In the employee table, we'll be having various attributes that are listed below, like employee ID, name, address, phone number, email, department, position, so on. If we know the value of employee ID, all the other attributes in the table can be determined. It is being clearly seen that employee ID is fully functionally dependent. That is, all the other details in that particular employee table are fully functionally dependent on employee ID. In this case, identifying the fully functional dependency that allows us to split the table into smaller and more manageable tables for related attributes. Like in the above example of employee table, we can separately have a table for employee contact, and with the employee ID, we can have a separate table for like name, address, phone number, which contains only the employee personal details, and we can have a separate table for employee salary. By splitting up the tables into smaller and more manageable tables, the data redundancy can be reduced and improve the data consistency. It also makes it easier to modify and update the database whenever necessary, and it will be easy for us to access also. This fully functionally dependency allows us to organize data efficiently and ensure the data is consistent, which leads to better performance of that particular database system. So fully functionally dependency plays a major role in the database design and management. They help in reducing data redundancy and ensure data consistency. So we identify fully functional dependency table and split them into multiple smaller tables, which contains a subset of all the other attributes in that bigger table. So this process is nothing but normalization, which in turn helps data redundancy and improves consistency. So I end up my presentation here. Thank you all.